Hello and welcome back to Queen's Crochet SC. I'm your host, Bridget. Today is my second or third podcast. It is September the 30th, about 4:40 in the afternoon. It is hot and icky and sticky here. I think our temperature is about 95 today. I think we'll start with finished objects. I haven't gotten a whole lot done since I last came to you and showed you what I've done, but I've gotten a few things, so I wanted to show them off before the video would get too long. First off, I made a little amigurumi little doll in a butterfly costume. I think she's absolutely adorable. There's quite a few others. I've started on one other and I'm going to make the entire set. The next one I have started on was the ladybug. There's also a giraffe. I think I called it a dragon. There might be one other I can't remember right offhand. If you guys remember from my first video, I showed the tiny little red heart that I made. Well, I have made a blue, white, and gray one in a larger size. I will show you the difference in the two. And then I also made a purple. This one here, the blue will be for my nephew, the purple's for my niece, and the red one's for my youngest niece. That'll be part of their Christmas this year. I'm trying to get things done in case the house actually does sell and we're having to move around the time I would be making Christmas items. So I want to get their Christmas stuff done and out of the way so I can relax, or hopefully not relax, and get our move done. Also, I have just a little beanie hat, no pattern, sorry, I forgot to weave in my end again. Just threw in whatever stitch I felt like doing for a couple rows, changed the stitch for a couple rows, and then finished off with just double crochets because I knew I wasn't going to have quite enough to make it as long as I normally would. So this is a very, about a mid-ear beanie hat, but it's rather comfortable on. I was working with some more of that gradient yarn, and I made another divine hat. And then I made a smaller sized divine hat with the gradient yarn again. I've got just about enough to do, I think, one more hat with that and then it'll be done. I've gotten a lot out of that one too. I did another divine hat, and this was in, shoot, I had the ball band. Where'd it go? I'm sorry, I don't have the ball band now. I had it here, but I made a small cowl to go with it. Just again, threw whatever stitch in I felt like doing. I started out with the herringbone double crochet for a couple rounds, and then I did some puff stitches or bean stitches, and then some front post stitches, just to use up the yarn and make something that goes along with the hat. I finished the blanket for my mother-in-law for Christmas. Let me stand up and show this to you. Probably won't be able to show you all of it, but I used 3 different colorways, 2 cakes of each. She likes a lot of color. And then I just did a single crochet and then double crochet border all the way around. It was a lot of fun, but I'm glad it's over with. This one was no pattern. I just came up with a 6-row repeat and repeated until the end of the blanket. This here was a ton of fun and turned out absolutely beautiful, if I do say so myself. Again, this will not show the entire thing. Just a triangle shawl, just double crochets, 3 in the first and the last, and then 2 double crochets, 2 chain 2 double crochets in the middle. and you can wrap it. I mean, I'm not a tiny girl, and this thing wraps around me and then some. The way I've been wearing it, there you go, is I've been just, I don't have any nice shawl pins, so I've just been wearing it like this here. And it works really, really well with a nice spaghetti strap tank top. That is it for my finished objects for the week. Like I said, I am working on the ladybug. Here's her head. The little wings are just absolutely adorable. I just got one more spot on each to sew on. I've got to make those 2 spots. I've got 3 spots to make, one more leg and the body portion. It's not a whole lot of sewing, but it's not the least amount of sewing I've ever done on an amigurumi. But it's not bad. It really isn't. And then I don't know, I've been on a cable kick lately. So I decided to make a cable infinity scarf out of Mandala Phoenix. I'm about, a third to half, maybe. I don't think quite half of the cake so far. While I've been doing that, I have been binge watching like crazy. I finished off Crochet Canada. I watched every one of her videos from start to finish. I then moved on to the crafty Floridian, Billie. I'm about halfway done with hers. I've been trying to, if you subscribe to my channel and I see that you have a channel, I've been going back and subscribing to that channel and trying to do everyone's current videos, and then one at a time go back and do previous videos to truly get to know who that person is. I want to give a huge, giant thank you to Charlie from Have a Yarn with Charlie. She gave me my first shout out. Besides thank you, Charlie, which I do from the bottom of my heart, I've got to say you are the funniest woman I've ever seen. I laugh so hard when you get laughing that it hurts. My cheeks start hurting, my stomach starts hurting, it starts cramping up. Oh my God. Sometimes I got to like watch your video and then come back and watch another one later because, oh, I got to breathe, girl. I got to breathe. Goodness. But I've made through quite a few of Charlie's videos. Also wanted to shout out, sorry, I'm looking down because I wrote out my memories incredibly bad after the first heart attack. I was gone for 3.5 minutes during that heart attack. No breath, no heartbeat. They had to shock me 3 times and do CPR. And unfortunately, that has left me with an extremely bad short-term memory. So if I forget names or forget to shout you out, that's not an excuse. It is, however, a reason. So I'm going to look down a little bit to read my notes here. The first one I wanted to shout out was Shelly's Sassy Stitches. I really enjoy the banter between her and her husband back and forth from the peanut gallery, as they say. Happy to Hook. Really enjoy those movies, those videos as well. For me, that's about the only movies I've been watching lately. Y'all are my entertainment. Alpaca, my yarn, Mad's Designs. I have watched every one of her videos and loved every single one of them. I think she's an incredibly sweet woman. Penley Creations. again, enjoy what she's doing. I've only seen a few of them, but I will get there. Cinnamon and Stitches. I have watched about half of her videos so far. I will get back and get the rest of those done. Kim Crochets and Knits. I really enjoy the work she does. Her amigurumi is just beautiful. Betsy Weinberg. I've seen all 3 of her videos. I think she's wonderful. Ophelia Talks. I've seen a few of her videos. She was showing her grandmother's blankets, and then she showed her mother's blankets, and then her own blankets. And all the time and the talent that all 3 of those women have put in to those blankets, it's just amazing. They're absolutely beautiful, every single one of them. Undercover Yarn Snob, another lady I absolutely adore. Red Gingerbread, very, very sweet lady. I think she's wonderful too. And Madonna Ballard, trying to make her 1,000 subscriber mark, so she's going to do her 24-hour live, which I will definitely be tuning into that. I will put all these wonderful podcasters in the description box below, as well as many more that I watch. I think that's about it for now. I'm sorry if you can hear my girls playing in the living room. That's Yelp, 2 dachshunds, and they get roughhousing, so they're having a good time down there. I'm gonna get off of here, and I will see you next time. Oh, please don't forget to subscribe. If you want, give a thumbs up. And I was thinking, instead of thinking of you guys as subscribers, I think I want to do as Rose does and think of you as friends. And beyond that, to me, being a queen is it's not being above anyone, or it's definitely not being below anyone. To me, it's knowing that you are worth something. And not just something, but you're worth everything. So, if you know that you are a beautiful queen, why don't you hit that subscribe button and declare it out loud? And I'll talk to you next time. Bye. See, I didn't write the note, so I forgot to tell you. One last thing, I'm sorry, and then this will be done for the day. Have a Yarn with Charlie is doing a yarn swap. If you are interested in participating in this yarn swap, go over to Have a Yarn with Charlie's Facebook page, and the information about the yarn swap will be there. All right, bye.